I'm April Rochelle from Bashar Communications, and it's my pleasure to welcome you to this exciting weekend of contact with Bashar, our end of the year celebration, holiday celebration, as you can see by our decor. And we just so appreciate you coming and experiencing Bashar this way. How many of you are experiencing Bashar in a sense in person for the first time? Oh, okay. How many people came from like out of town? Whoa, that's amazing. Good. Well, thank you so much for making the effort, and you will find that the room is greatly exhilarated and enhanced with the energy when Bashar comes through. So it's definitely worth experiencing it in person. Tonight's session is entitled The Artifacts. And the artifacts is all about certain artifacts that were put on different worlds in our solar system. And they've been placed there for us to discover as we expand into greater and greater depths of space travel. So this is part of our evolution, and these markers are there to help us in that process. So it should be very interesting to hear about this from Bashar. I certainly felt very excited by the concept right away. It just sounds so amazing and mysterious. Tomorrow evening's session is entitled Allowance, and that session, Bashar's going to share a formula to help amplify the synchronicity in manifesting what you desire. And by applying this formula in a very specific way, it will enhance your whole experience of working with your excitement and getting onto that track where you're truly having an ecstatic explosion of synchronicity as part of your life experience. And then Sunday's session is entitled 1, The Unified Theory of Metaphysics. And this is all about, Bashar's going to be talking about a class that's going to be offered actually and taught by Daryl in 2016 that's based on the book 1, The Unified Theory of Metaphysics, that will be available sometime in the next year or so. So thank you all so much for joining us and being part of this experience and part of the awakening of our planet. Okay, and I guess that's basically it until we do our videos. So the first video is about the contact crystals, and I'll just let Bashar explain about what the contact crystals are and how they might be efficacious for you in what you're doing in your life.
I just picked up one of your interesting little seed crystals for contact.
Yes.
I was curious if you could talk about that for a few moments.
Again, the idea is that as a child in my world, I was shown the idea of a central hexagonal crystal that existed within a giant, large artistic exhibit created by another contact specialist. The central crystal in that particular work is about, in terms of your size, about 3 feet across. The idea is that it is about the same color green, and around it are other crystals. Each crystal added to the central crystal, which represents the first contact of our civilization with another, represents all the other contacts of all the other civilizations we have come into contact with, and constantly grows as more and more civilizations join the interstellar alliance, as you call it. But the idea is that that central crystal is the seed crystal that carries the vibration of contact itself and is representative of my family lineage along with other family lineages that are also steeped into the idea of being contact specialists. So not only does the idea specifically of that crystal carry the vibration, generally speaking, that is conducive to contact with other civilizations, that particular vibration is also very specifically connected to our world and my family.
Very nice.
So, that is our way of welcoming you all to the family. As far as permission slips go, obviously, as was explained, this is specifically tapping into the idea, the archetypal collective consciousness idea that there is a particular frequency or vibration that represents the blending or connection between your civilization and other civilizations. That is one of the frequencies that is put into the charge, in a sense, that is represented by that particular idea, object, permission slip. Now, it doesn't mean that you necessarily have to always use that idea, that object, because again, permission slips are what works for you. At the same time, and in conjunction with what we were saying earlier in this transmission, as to how there is really no separation between intention and action, between the physicalization, the physical act being that demonstrates and in a sense actually creates simultaneously the intention. The physical act of having a symbol of that nature, a permission slip of that nature, is similar to the idea of physically casting your vote for contact. So the more votes are cast in whatever way that occurs, in whatever form the permission slip feels right for you, the more we can tally those votes, because not just of the intention of wanting contact, but the actual physical act of physicalizing it in some sort of physical way, a physical symbol that is representative of a physical action you have taken that is actually the casting of a vote. And that vote resonates very strongly in your collective consciousness to us. So it really truly changes the vibration of your collective reality. So that is what we wish to add about that idea.
So we do have some contact crystals here tonight if you're interested in placing your vote for contact. The next video is a dolphin video that is from our dolphin workshop from October, I believe, or last year sometime. But the upcoming workshop that we have in February is actually already full. So we're considering adding another week, the 7th through the 13th of February, if enough people email me and say they're interested in coming. So just let me know if you're listening in from Ustream or anyone here that is interested in coming for that earlier week. We'll look into adding another week. But anyway, we like to start with this because the energy from the dolphins. No, Bashar, the workshop is a series of guided meditations that are pre-recorded. We do a meditation in the morning and then one in the evening. And it's a journey that Bashar will take you on. It unfolds over the course of the week, all the different meditations, and every day we're swimming with dolphins, and the whales will be in February also, the humpback whales. Yes, in Kona, Hawaii. So, and it's 6 days of, well, we're on the boat for 5 days, basically, for 3 to 4 hours at a time, swimming with dolphins. And we'll do some whale watching too. So anyway, it's a fantastic, exciting, ecstatic experience. It will transform your life, as so many people who have come to the workshop will tell you. And I'm just there to facilitate and to help you have a fabulous experience. So we hope you'll join us. And we'll show you a short video of dolphin energy and what it's like to go to a workshop.
I wanna glide through the open sea, side by side with you next to me. Oh, when the timing's right, you'll glide right back to me. I wanna slide through the ocean blue, right beside you, 2 by 2. Oh, when the timing's right, you'll slide right back to me. Oh, won't you be my guide as we're slipping through the sea? I wanna dive so deeply through just the waters of a world anew. Oh, and the timing's right, you'll slide right back to me. I'm not expecting you to understand. You're never gonna find me back on land. Oh, and the timing's right, you'll slide right back to me. All those moments together I do treasure. Doesn't really get any better. I wish I could have stayed with you for the rest of my day.
Effortlessly and joyfully slipping through the sea. Streamlined like a dolphin, streamlined like a whale. Weaving, diving, bobbing, smoothly gliding, effortlessly through life, slipping through the sea.
I wanna glide through the open sea, side by side with you next to me. Oh, and the timing's right, you'll glide right back to me. I wanna slide through the ocean blue, right beside you, 2 by 2. Oh, and the timing's right, you'll slide right back to me. Oh, will you be my guide as we're slipping through the sea? All those moments together I do treasure. It doesn't really get any better. I wish I could have stayed with you for the rest of my day.
In unity, in harmony, in joy and in love, you drift into the depths of the deep blue sea.
Oh, when the timing's right, you'll slide right back to me. As we're slipping through the sea.
And I just wanted to mention that the music to that was written by Emmy Moreau, sorry, and absolutely, that's just one of the best songs, Emmy. Just love it. Thank you. Okay, and as I mentioned, if you're interested, the 7th through the 13th in February would be a possibility. Otherwise, the next workshop will be in October. Anyway, one of the things Bashar has said about the dolphins and the whales are that learning to communicate with them is part of the process of preparing for contact, if you're excited by that direction. Okay, so I think we're all ready now, and it's my great pleasure to introduce to you the fantastic channel for Bashar, Daryl Enka. So you all set? Ready to go to sleep, awake, or whatever it is?
Ready to dream.
Ready to dream. Okay, all right. So just want to say thank you to you both for knowing how to do this.
Isn't that weird having somebody talk to you and say thank you? Feels so.
I say that a lot too, you know. So
What's the old joke?
that's why you're what?
I'm schizophrenic and so am I.
It really is different. But yeah, it's amazing. All these years, I've definitely found it to be amazing. So, thank you so much for opening up this doorway and letting us know about some more of the mysteries of our solar system. Thank you.
All right, everyone, have a good time. I will see you later. But it'll take a day to you, this day of your time. How are you all? All right. All right. Thank you. First and foremost, once again, we will extend our deepest appreciation to every single one of you individually and all of you together collectively for the co-creation of this interaction and the allowance of this transmission at this time. We will begin this transmission with the reminder that we have titled it, The Artifacts. Do you need to make adjustments to your technology? How profound. I see that you have been paying attention. All right. We shall move forward then by allowing you to understand that we are delivering this information in two parts. This transmission, tonight of your time, will be part one. Part two will be delivered in your year of 2016. This will be an opening, an introduction to this idea. And in 2016, when we deliver part two, it will contain far more detail, a chart, images to explain in more depth what it is we are describing tonight of your time. But the idea is that there have been placed throughout your solar system artifacts that when you begin to move farther and farther out in your solar system into space as a society, you will come across these artifacts that have been left for you, which will contain information that will allow you more understanding of who and what you are. It will aid and assist in your evolution as you move out into space, give you more ability for greater interaction with other extraterrestrial civilizations, and allow you to peer into some deeper mysteries that will be harbingers, precursors of things you will encounter out among the stars to give you an opportunity to prepare for those interactions in a deeper way. Now, the idea is that they are all pyramid shapes, all these artifacts. Starting with, on your planet of Earth, specifically what you call the Great Pyramid at Giza. That is one of them. There are 5 of these artifacts. There used to be 6. But one of them used to be on the planet that has been referred to in your ancient texts as Marduk or Maldek, which has since been destroyed by cosmic collision and is now represented its remnants as the asteroid belt in your system. But there used to be one of these artifacts upon that planet. The reason that this is still known is that this information comes from very, very, very ancient times and has been handed down and copied and copied and copied over millennia by many different civilizations. There are very few references to this left in any of your literature, any of your ancient tablets, but there are a few. One in particular, which we will demonstrate to you in part 2, is on an old Akkadian tablet, a cylinder seal that is 4,500 of your years old. thereupon is depicted the exact symbol that tells you about these artifacts and where exactly they are placed in your system. Beginning with the one on Earth, the Great Pyramid of Giza, moving outward from the sun because it is all about expanding outward. The next one is a pyramid that exists on your moon. Now, some people on your planet are already aware of this, of its existence, but this information has not been fully made public. It will one day. Nevertheless, that is where the second artifact is, of a pyramidal shape that mirrors and matches that of Giza and contains information that will help you on your journey outward through your system toward the stars. The next pyramidal artifact exists on the planet you call Mars. This will contain not only information to help you in your evolution and again aid and assist you in your outward expansion to the stars, but will also contain information that speaks of some of your lost history, so that you can really begin to gather back together an understanding of the path that you have taken, both physiologically and spiritually, that has brought you to this point of transformation on your planet of Earth at this time. Now, as we said, the next artifact would have been on the planet Maldek, but has since been destroyed and is now simply represented by the remnants that you call the asteroid belt. But going farther out, the next artifact after the Earth, after your moon, after Mars, is on Saturn's moon of Titan. So there you will find another pyramid that will contain great information at that point that you are capable of reaching that moon of Saturn. You will find it will contain many things that you need to understand how you can interact with different kinds of civilizations and how you can also propel yourselves in a new direction, energetically, spiritually, physiologically, as Earth becomes and is becoming in its process what we have termed the sixth hybrid race, and how you will be given more information about the different kinds of groups, the different kinds of councils, the different kinds of associations and alliances that Earth potentially can belong to, again, as you claim more and more and more of your heritage and move out farther and farther in your system toward the stars. The final pyramid is on your dwarf planet of Pluto, at the edge of your system. And thus, by the time you reach that one and understand its mysteries, you will have truly become a full-fledged member of the Interstellar Alliance and will have before you many different kinds of choices that may seem unimaginable to you right now and for which there may not even be adequate description in your language. For you will have changed so greatly by then as a society and as a species as to really make available to you upon the discovery of that final artifact, that final pyramid, many more options than are available to you now that will propel you to the stars in another way and will allow you to understand truly your place in creation and will expand your abilities into the realm that at this point would seem like magic to you. So these artifacts have been placed there for you as markers, so you know that you always have assistance, that you will never ultimately forget who you are, no matter what may happen physiologically in your system. There will always be something there that will remind you, put you back in touch, center you with your roots, with your heritage, and also with where you are going, where you are heading, again, both physiologically and spiritually, as you connect and expand to more and more and more of your greater being. Does this make sense to you? All right. So as we said in part 2, we will go into deeper explanations and have graphs and charts to explain this in more detail. And the reason for this is that there must be a realignment of certain information that has been presented in your society so that you can understand how to look at that information very differently. This is connected to the idea of contact in a variety of ways. And as we present the more detailed explanation in part 2 in your year of 2016, you will begin to understand more clearly why this information is being presented to your society at this time. For there are many things that are about to happen that will bring about many different kinds of changes in your reality. And having this knowledge and this understanding, even to this small degree, will better prepare you for what is to come. So, we present this to you now to wrap your minds around, to just take it in however it is you feel is appropriate for you to take it in, and to know that it will do what it needs to do to lay the foundations within you for clearer understanding of what is to come. So we thank you for allowing us to deliver part 1 of this information, of the artifacts, to you in this way at this time. So please stay tuned in your year of 2016 for part 2. In return for the gift that you are giving us in allowing us to serve you in this way, then we will ask, how may we serve you further at this time with your interactive dialogue of questions and answers?